Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Market Check, brought to you by none other than BB. A reminder, as always, guys, there is no second best daily YouTube live stream to talk about these markets. Welcome, guys. Happy Wednesday, officially the middle of the week. I'm Snorlax. You guys also know me as Tommy. I'm joined by Tucker, Jackus, and Dr. Will's Outlook. Max is still feeling a little bit under the weather, so send him some thoughts if you would be so kind, and hopefully we can get him back feeling to be himself later this week. But either way, guys, before we can start cooking, before we can start sharing all the big juicy alpha, as you know, to quote Will before we went live, I mean, Bitcoin is pressuring this high quite hard. What's going to happen at this inflection point? Before we can answer that question, I'm going to have to ask you guys the question that I always ask you, which is, can you hit the like button for us? You guys know that it always means a lot when you guys do that. I've been reading the comments before we went live too. I can see a lot of you trying to spur on your fellow peers to hit the like button so that we don't have to look at irrelevant commodities or the Dollar General chart even in recent times. So if you guys could smash that like button either now or later on in the show, we're going to continue to cook alpha for you regardless. But you know, maybe if you hit 200, 300, we might drop some special alpha later on in the show. But welcome, guys. Welcome. Hope everybody has had a fantastic start to their week so far. We are officially in the middle of the work week in Bitcoin. Bitcoin, however, is not in the middle of the range, right? It is right at range highs, really pressuring that level, trying to push through, give that breakout. Even some of these lower time frame dips that we're seeing, kind of around New York Open. I think this is the third day in a row where we've either dumped right after New York Open or kind of around it. But for the last the last 3 days, each of those dips has been sucked back up. In differing amounts of time, but it's still showing a certain level of buyback here at these highs even still. So I continue to feel like it's kind of a domino effect waiting to happen. You know, the traditional domino effect that we're kind of used to seeing, where Bitcoin pumps, ETH pumps, and then altcoins pump. It does kind of feel like ETH is waiting for Bitcoin to give it that green light, and that altcoins are waiting for Ethereum to give it their green lights, respectively. But it is a process, right? We are patient. We've been very patient in this range. It's been almost 3 or 4 months now in this pretty grueling territory. But it does finally seem like we're going to get some resolution here in the not so distant future. We've continued to point towards not just the charts on a lot of these crypto and equity USD charts, but also some of our other risk proxies over in legacy land, right? Like the dollar continuing to show weakness. You have yields moving, beginning to move down in a much more material way. You have global liquidity set to tick up in the second half of this year. And of course, as well, you have realized volatility on options in general coming down, as well as the MOVE index for bonds. I want to make sure that part is stated clearly as well. The MOVE index as well looks set to come down. So you kind of have this perfect storm for risk, more or less, into the election. It's just been very much a game of patience and waiting for the market to finally begin to, we traded into range lows and everybody thought it was over. We're just waiting for the market to once again trade back to range highs. Or so back sentiment comes back. It's amazing what a few green candles can do. And I have to imagine that sentiment will be doubly reflexive if we can break out from this range, guys. I did see a comment that GME is up 13% today. I have been paying attention to that as well. And I want to talk about GME more today because I know that's a stock and an asset that we've been trading. We've been talking about it on this show. I think I've been using the phrase, it's a warning shot. A lot of people wanted to use the pump on Monday as a complacency shoulder, right? Roaring Kitty using his followers maybe to exit a position. But I viewed it more as a warning shot. And I think we'll probably continue to see GME as well as other small caps curl up and benefit from rate cuts being baked back into the market. But welcome, guys. Welcome. I've been rambling for a few minutes now, so I feel like it's a good time for me to open up the floor, get everybody's thoughts. Hope everybody's having a great start to their Wednesday. For Jackus, I hope you're having a great evening over there in Europe. But how are we doing, guys? What are we seeing in the markets?
I don't consider you telling me, what reality looks like as rambling. But I do consider this, and what I do consider is that we're also looking at rate cuts and maybe other things that are coming too. And I think this, again, people are not really considering everything that's kind of hit the market like a meteor, right in the face. And I think that if we discuss initial reactions to maybe rate cuts, yada yada, like all that discussion is short term, right? It's very short term. I think like looking at this market from a short term perspective, in a market that is in reality getting ready to absolutely take off. Like there's no doubt about that. Like I don't care if it dumps first or runs first. It's got legs. I think if you're looking at this market and your glass is half full, you should reevaluate your thinking process. You should be looking at this market as a not half full, half empty. You should be looking at this market as a half full market, right? And that's only going to get more full. And I think that's been kind of the problem is from the bottom, everybody's been looking at this market as half empty versus like, and now I can explain that thesis. And that's just people coming in saying, where's the money going to come from? Where's the money going to come from? Where's the money going to come from? Well, we explain where the money's going to come from. It's going to come from people being idiots, going to their bank because loans are cheaper now and getting loans and throwing that money into the casino. And I think not enough people are considering that as a catalyst to really kick this thing a lot higher than where it's gone. Don't fade. And we've talked about this many times, and I'm going to continue to talk about it going through the cycle. Don't fade NVIDIA. Like you fade that twice, you're really trying to fade Gen Wealth. And I think that your second, attempt at that, in my perspective, is looking at something like crypto as like, hey, this is the only chance I got now because I already missed the entire market on the entire run up. And I don't think that anybody considers that you're going to see new money flow into crypto at a certain point because your risk proxies are going to be a lot higher than most people could have dreamed of. And everyone's going to be like, nobody could have seen this coming. Nobody knew that they would all run to crypto. Did everybody forget how the cycle started? It started with shitcoins. You should know that people are extremely, extremely hungry for risk. So if it started with shitcoins, what do you think is going to happen when the normies start getting in? They're going to be even more degenerate than the people that have already been participating. And I think, and I'm telling you this, from the audience perspective, my first cycle, I did exactly what I'm telling you I think they're going to do. I took a bank loan out, went down to crypto and bought some crypto. Like this is
worked out for you though.
Worked out for me, but it doesn't always work out for everybody. But the point being is that people will do that, even though people think they won't, because they're like, hey, if I borrow $10,000 and I hit a 5x or 10x on that $10,000, that new car I bought, I don't have to put a down payment on it. I can just buy it. That
simple logic, Will. Simple logic.
That new house I'm trying to buy, guess what? If I turn this 100,000 into $500,000 or $1 million, I don't have to make payments on the house. I could just buy it. This is people's mentality changes when they start to see money flow. It completely changes.
I agree that's how they think, but how it usually ends up is that they put in 100K and then they lose it.
I agree, Jackus, and that's what I think will happen the most, right? But I think that they are going to risk that 100K, and if you get enough people risking that 100K and enough people risking that 10K, that's a lot higher for the market.
We actually have a stat for that, and I think the credit card loans have been going ballistic, haven't they, in the US?
Yes.
Yeah. So
are the delinquency rates too. So
oh my god,
go on paying them. I do think that's eventually going to be a tail. I mean, it's going to be a tailwind initially, and then obviously a huge headwind for probably if that bleeds into financial markets. But I mean, Will and I were kind of talking about this. Like, rates go down, borrowing money suddenly a lot cheaper. Fundamentally, it helps smaller companies, but I mean, how many degens and normies that are not cash rich and want to hyper gamble their way into generational wealth, they're going to start taking out a ton of loans to try and do exactly that. And so I mean, I think that's a bull case when you're looking for things like crypto. I don't think it's a good thing over a multi-year time horizon, but how many, like what do people view crypto as? It's very much a vehicle to leap multiple wealth classes at a time in a short period of time. And so if you're going to be gambling money that you got on a loan, you're probably bringing it into like small cap equities and options or crypto.
And that's very true too. I think not enough people entertain that. Before we go further into the conversation, because I don't feel like arguing later versus now, how about we go ahead and look at the like button? How are we doing on that?
It's pretty early to be checking the like button.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Will's on, you guys. Morning. Will is on, y'all. Okay. We're at 105 likes. Not bad for 10 minutes into the stream, guys. Not bad, but we got to boost that number up even still. If you guys could leave us a like, the whole team is always very appreciative. And like I always say, I mean, we just crossed 17,000 subscribers here this week. That is a huge achievement for us. I mean, I remember when we were doing market check streams to like 10 or 20 people. And now I see all of you in here. I hope you enjoy the content that we're putting out. But our growth is in no small part due to you guys, the audience, for continually, showing up every day, just like us. So shout out to you guys once again.
Yeah, and I do want to be clear, because Alexander said borrowing money to invest is a dangerous game. I do agree. I completely agree with that. I think it's a game that a lot of people are going to gamble on, though. That's the thing. It's not about whether or it is or isn't. It's more about will people do it, and I think they will. That's basically the whole point of the conversation. It's not telling you to do it. It's me explaining how people get mentally when they start to see numbers go up and they start to lose their mind because they've been sitting sidelined the whole cycle because they didn't have the funds to put in, and now they have to catch up to everybody else.
I think the main issue is that the young generation across West is realizing that the world is fucked. Like, you can go to university and you're gonna get a job at McDonald's and be happy. There is that meme, right? You'll get nothing and be happy. Well, people are not really happy, and they surely are getting nothing. So the young generation is understanding that, and the problem is that they realize they're not gonna make it, right? Because Boomer is having the job that they want, or like they are not getting invited to the higher paid jobs. And so what the young generation is doing is what Will said, that they will take the loan and at least try to gamble it in crypto. Like that's their way to make it.
Yeah,
and
everybody wants Caspa, man. Everybody wants
until we fix the fiat system, I think that is going to be only an increasing thing, right, going forward.
It's really unfortunate because I think people feel that inequality get worse and worse, especially through social media, right? Like I think that plays an increasing role in things as well, as far as like displaying the levels of inequality that people already feel. And people can say whatever they want about inflation, but I would basically guarantee that, most young people or people living paycheck to paycheck are like, well, I see inflation still destroying me. So it's a really tough situation. And what are desperate people going to eventually do if they see a market or any opportunity that could potentially take them out of that situation? They'll probably do reckless things, such as taking out debt. One thing I will say on the debt subject is, in my experience, people I know who have taken out loans to do things like play in the market, even if they've paid off that debt, they usually take out debt again. Like they'll continue to go back to the well until eventually it burns their hand, which is an unfortunate situation, but it's kind of like a gambling addiction, man. You just can't get yourself away from it.
I would say this time, in some cases, it's a gambling addiction. In other cases, people really are in a hard financial system, right? and they want the pain to stop, and they think that this is the answer, is to go get a bank loan, throw it into the casino, and hopefully hit a jackpot, right? It's like people that go buy lottery tickets. No shade, but your percentage chance or likeliness of hitting that it almost makes it pointless to even go to the store to buy them. Not saying that you'll never. I mean, then you get the people that will basically tell them, well, if you never play, you can never win, and it's kind of switches their mentality, right? It's a mental game. All this it's mental gymnastics, and so then people take on extreme risks because they put themselves through that hoop. And I think not enough people understand that or think about that because they don't think about other people's situations. People think that, oh, inflation's so bad. People think that, oh, these people are so broke. Yeah, they're so broke they're going to get a loan to do this. They're going to get a loan to do this. And with lowering rates, believe that people are going to get loans. And people are going to try and hyper gamble their way out of their situation. And most of them won't.
This will be the cycle of generational wealth and generational debt. You can quote me on that.
Oh yeah, bro. I'm thinking the same thing.
Also, you mentioned going to the lottery ticket. Well, I think that also what people are figuring out is that lottery ticket will, that's fun, but you're probably not gonna win. But if you can get a lottery ticket in crypto, you actually, you can spread the lottery tickets. You can buy like 10 shitcoins, and then they have no expiration date, unlike the lottery ticket. And people can buy them and hope that one day they pump a lot, and sometimes they do. And so risk-wise, it's better to gamble in the crypto casino on the shitcoins than it is in an actual lottery ticket. And I think lots of people figure this out.
Just
what we looking
going
at
through the old comments, huh?
What are we looking at?
I'm looking at Caspa Tau. No, the people wanted Caspa real bad. I don't. Let me go back to it.
Define real bad. Are we talking about 300 like button bad or like
no
100 like button
They were
bad?
just really wanting it in the comments section, apparently. So,
I mean, it sounds like they got to make a lot of accounts and hit the like button.
That weekly looks insane, man.
Yeah, it looks really good. It looks
that weekly looks like it's probably about to. I mean, that's like the double consolidation, big green dildo pattern.
Yeah, yeah.
That's probably gonna like double or triple within a few weeks, if I had to guess.
What's crazy is that Binance still doesn't have spot market for Caspa.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Let me see that.
You got to check them on that.
You're right, because I was looking at CoinGecko yesterday for the top markets, and I didn't see Binance. So you're probably right. What the hell is L Bank?
Oh, they've been around for a while. You haven't.
L Bank is
Bank, bro?
It says they're the number 2 exchange for Caspa right
Look,
now.
I don't know.
That's an advertisement because they've only done 630K.
It's like Safe Ogre, bro. It's not very.
No, I think Safe or
Trade Ogre.
Trade Ogre is better.
Safe Trade. There you go. Safe Trade. Yeah.
Safe Trade or
Trade Ogre is better.
Trade Ogre is better.
That should tell you enough, Tommy. You don't have to say anything else.
Yeah.
Well, I remember I was trying to buy a coin on Trade Ogre back in, I think it might have been December or January, and I literally couldn't even, the exchange was not working for multiple days. So I gave up on the coin. And I'm glad I did, because I think the coin is literally still sitting at the exact same price I would have bought it at. It would have been fine anyway, but yeah, I did not have a great experience with Trade Ogre or Safe Trade.
Look, anytime something uses the word safe in it, you
it's not safe. Yeah,
It's not crypto.
Good Lord, look at the.
What about the exchange? Safe
Look at
Trade.
the wick,
anytime you want to buy some Safe Moon, safe way to the moon, safe trip.
I love that, like the antithesis of that idea, Will, is like ticker Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Take your Bitcoin. Oh, man.
Guys, what do we think about this? This looks pretty good, man.
It looks fantastic.
It looks fantastic, dude. Study the low time frame SR flip, man. Wow.
The more we hang up here without pulling back, the weaker the bear becomes.
We got order flow bros in shambles right now. In shambles. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Speaking of order flow, there was finally some bullish options activity for Ethereum. So
really,
finally, yeah.
About damn time. About damn time. Yeah, see, I think this is such an ugly chart. Like, this candle just fucked the chart up. Like, I don't even know what to make of this. I'm like,
maybe for bears.
Yeah, no, I know. But like, yeah, I mean, I like you're above 3,900. I think you teleport. Up there.
The daily closes makes it look not so ugly to me. It looks like a bull flag with good buyback.
Yeah.
System.
There you go.
Hike and poopy candles.
I honestly look. It looks like ETH wants to range here for a bit. Just looking at it. Maybe like this is why I come back to the charts continuous, and I'm just like, we're probably gonna stay for a couple more weeks.
Will, they got you too?
I'll hold the high.
Will.
I'll hold the high.
Will. Wait.
What? Like, there's nothing wrong on what I said.
Will, the range got to you, brother. Wow.
No, I told you this before we even got here.
Oh, the range broke you.
It didn't break me.
Dude.
It broke Naka. That's what it broke.
Well, yeah, that's true, obviously. No, you think on what? On Bitcoin or ETH?
No, on Bitcoin.
Okay, so you think Bitcoin is going to range where?
Maybe like we pulled a trend. Remember the trend we pulled up yesterday?
You mean like, yeah, dude. You mean like where's the damn brush tool?
We got a foot 72.
You think we'll come back to like 67K?
No, hell no. Okay, I think we're just gonna literally just like straight sideways in the trend.
I don't know. Look at that thing.
Can we at least pop up to 75K before we start to go sideways? Well,
yeah, we 100% can.
That's what we're gonna do, man. I think we're gonna get a pop above the range, and it's gonna feel like a range for people who waited to get positioned, but it's really gonna be vertically accumulating over the next few weeks.
I mean, dude, look at this chart. Like,
so I guess what I mean is sideways until God candle.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So slowly grind up to the spot and then boom.
Oh, because I was saying that because Ansem finally caved to the range. He's like, yeah, we're gonna come back down to range lows and range.
No, hell no. No, that's not happening.
No, that's not happening.
I was calling for a range when we were first approaching 72K or so. That like around the all-time highs, and people were like, "Yeah, this ever happening."
I wasn't happy about it, but he did say that.
It's breakout time though now.
Yeah.
It's
and now that we are at like the breakout time, people say that we're gonna spend more time ranging. Like,
yeah, it's like, bro, we've been ranging since February. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but my range is different from what they're talking about. They're talking about like grinding back down. I'm talking about grinding up until God candle.
Big level here, boys.
I mean, Bitcoin's more or less been grinding higher since the beginning of May.
Yeah, but nobody sees that. They're all arguing with it.
As Todd says, he says, I remember that Jackies, I was mad at the time. Like that's legit how people feel about me so many times. Like they're so mad when I say something, and then they're like, but you were right. But at the time they like attack me, and it's so fucking annoying to deal with that, right? So many times because you get people in the comments like well is like good comment attacker. when we have people like, you're gonna wreck people, you know. And I mean, sometimes, you know, we're gonna get things wrong, but it's really hard to like when stuff is mooning to say like, hey, take profit, hey, you might spend time ranging, and everyone is like, what are you talking about? My bag is pumping, how dare you?
I know I want to put this out too because I think this is important for the audience. Some of you who are not participants in our Discord, you may or may not know this, but we do tell people like, don't hold your shit forever. These are shit coins. We also give exits and entries, even though that's not the purpose of it. Like we try to teach people, but we don't trap our we don't trap the people asking us for a service, right? We're not trying to use them as exit liquidity. We're not trying to use the public as exit liquidity. We're just looking at it like
handle, man.
You know, this is where you want to get in, and this is where you want to get out. That's what
he's lying. We legit make a position and then tell them to buy.
Study this.
Just joking.
Study.
Brother Carrot.
Study.
Well, you retested the high. That's good.
Bro, just ripped face, man. Unreal.
I'll say that the rips on fundamental coins just don't hit the same anymore unless you're levered or super sized in. Because like that sweet juicy nectar of meme coins, where a rip like that, you're ripping a 3 or 4x out of nowhere.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I mean, it's not even a 2x. Damn.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, bro. Like looking at the X's there, it's actually pretty pathetic.
No, it's pretty
No, I mean that's a good move, man.
I mean, dude, if you sized into this thing and we're just shoving, and then you just like taking it off, like that's a good trade.
I don't know, man. Like, look, I don't see 50 or 100 or 20 X's, man. I'm just like,
I mean, dude, anything compared to like some micro cap shitter is nothing. Like, that can't be the standard. It can't be.
STX is ripping.
I remember in September, like, we were having a Giga Chat meeting, and I was like, this is it. I'm like, I'm going to be in every dumpster I can find across the board. And everybody thought I was fucking nuts.
I remember that.
Everybody thought I was nuts. They're like, why would you buy anything like that? They're like, there's no liquidity.
And now there's not a corner of this market where Will doesn't have some tentacles stretched out and moisturized in their lane. Oh,
I don't know how
it's like a coin I've never heard about starts pumping, and Will's like, "Yep, that's 100x."
I can't believe I didn't see this, bro.
The best part is when they're on the floor, we get the chats and the call.
What do you mean? Sorry,
I didn't see this line.
I legit had it on my chart.
I didn't see this till just now.
Study Jackus.
Well, Jackus, I bet you didn't have this one, brother. I bet you didn't have this.
Hold on, are you still long, Tucker?
Tucker, not you one? No, I didn't.
Why?
I didn't.
I closed it at 221. Bro, I didn't like close it to cash. Will, I know, I'm aware. I didn't close it and just keep tether. Okay.
No, but you have to be like all the LARPs that literally just hold that $5 open from like 20K and say, "Look at my percentage gains."
No, study.
Show that they've only been 35 cents since then.
Dude, no, I would literally shoved, held through terrible drawdown, closed. Okay, that's a good. That is a fantastic trade.
Spoken like somebody who is oversized.
That's the problem. I was way oversized.
Deleverage them, but don't close it. What the hell, man?
Will, I went over to base and I bought some shitters, and they're moving more. You understand this. Few understand it, but you understand it.
Yeah.
Yes.
The base tickers are killing it. I won't hate on base.
Look, I don't have to have exposure to STX. As I said, I have it indirectly through puppets, and they are
that too
over the last few days. But
yeah, what are puppets actually?
I know Tucker was overexposed the way he kept asking us if it's so good to go.
Dude, I hadn't traded leverage in like months, and I was like, oh man, like I should probably take some off. Like, it was a little oversized, but we took a 50% winner. It's all good.
Man, I bet you that in like 2 months he'll be like, If I only held that leverage, oh my god!
No shot, bro. No shot. Because
Yeah.
these shit coins are gonna pump way harder, Jackus.
Look, if your shitcoins outperform, I wouldn't even cry. Like, but if they don't, then
Oh, Will, it's not even close, bro. Study Base. Study the Coinbase Smart Wallet. I mean,
I thought about sending some KeyCat to my brother yesterday. Like, hey, start shitcoining.
I'm gonna send my dad some Aptardia.
brother, I'm sending Quack to multiple wallets. Okay?
I hate that I've been
Dumbest sticker.
Oh wait, I'm thinking of a different coin. Never mind. What were you saying, Jackus?
Just that there was a question from Bob's Hockey. Where can he sign up for my newsletter? So you can do that on either you go on the BB site and you do that directly there on the tab newsletter, or you check the link in my bio on my X or Twitter profile, and it gets you there straight away. So up to you.
Yes.
And there was also, I see right under it, question from Bruegel, and he's asking me and Will if we can chart NPC. Do you want us to chart half of America or something?
Wait, what did he say?
PC.
What did he
He,
say?
he,
Oh,
he wants
NPC.
to chart NPC.
Is that a real chart?
I have no idea it's a chart, but I know NPCs are
making fun of
everywhere.
America. That's what he's doing.
Non-playable coin. That actually looks really good. What the hell?
Wait, which chart are you looking at? Is there a Rapti?
It's on
I
ETH,
would-
man.
I would buy it because I'm very bullish on the number of NPCs growing, man.
True.
They're
It's
everywhere.
insane.
NPCs are do numbers,
I'm not gonna lie, like it's
especially
hard to
ahead of
do.
the election.
If a coin, like show them what I look for, Tucker. Show them death. They need to see death.
What coin?
Just find something that looks like death.
them death.
Show them.
I'm guessing Algo.
Oh man.
Just
But
a
scroll
random
all
guess.
the way out. Scroll. Yeah, if it doesn't look like that, I'm not interested.
Yeah. Will needs this.
It needs to look like death.
Yeah.
I'm not
Because
buying that coin though.
The tiers.
No,
I would never buy all.
I would never.
But hear me out. Hear me out. The tears and devastations of all the bag holders are what grows my wallet size.
Are you
Right.
buying this?
Hell no. But the point being is,
But
right,
you were at one point.
I was at one point, yeah, and then I dumped it and bought shitcoins.
I mean, I like the chart, Will, and I agree with you. It's going to go up. I just don't see like a big trigger for algo that could send it way higher, right? Like, right?
So the point though wasn't to point out algo; it was just to point out that I need death in the chart before I can come in and buy anything, right? I need tears. I need desperation. I need a community that is begging for a way out. Then I can enter. I can't enter before those factors.
What
because
about you,
those-
Will?
This is an interesting chart. I'm not interested in playing it because I think it's already it's valued pretty highly, way more highly than it probably should be. But the chart looks really interesting. Like if you can flip that wick from the initial airdrop listing, I have to think it's probably going to pump again.
I mean, dude, this is like the most used app in crypto. I love it. I love Uniswap.
I just hate that the founder's so soy.
Tommy, somebody's asking.
Maybe he can give us some like buttons though, if he's so sorry.
Tommy,
But yeah, can you draw one line there from the listing wick to the right? I think that's the only line you need on this chart.
From the listing wick.
One line to rule them all.
One.
Yes.
Yeah, that's real. And my gut.
They were hyping up a huge partnership over the last few days, and it ended up being nothing important.
That's because they
What
don't
was
have
it?
a partnership.
I don't know, but I'll say, like, I look at the Uniswap price action, and both of the retraces off the high were because of like something that an announcement underperformed pretty egregiously. Like the first one was, okay, we're going to do fee switch. If you're holding the Uni token, you're going to get a percentage of all the, like you're going to, the value accrual of fees of the Uniswap platform. It ended up not happening. Price nuked. And then yesterday,
no, the nuke was due to SEC. The nuke was due to SEC.
It might have been due to the SEC as well. That played a role. I think the fee switch might have been like the complacency shoulder on it, because there were like 2 sell-offs in that first that big Uni candle I'm looking at right now. But yeah, they had an underwhelming announcement yesterday too. But what I'll say about yesterday is that they had an underwhelming announcement, but the dumps are getting much smaller. I think they're kind of running out of FUD to throw at Uniswap. Not that I think you can make life-changing multiples on Uniswap, but we're just talking about the asset. And if it goes up, it's probably a pretty good reflection of the health of DeFi. I think it's a good signal for ETH and ETH Eco if you start to see Uniswap start trending up, which I have to think it's probably not super far away, even if it's going to be maybe a lot of these DeFi coins are slow grind until ETH gets a good bit higher, and then you start to see them catch up.
Yeah, it's a good take.
I don't know. I would never buy a reward token.
I agree. I agree. I think it's more using a lot of these DeFi Dino coins. I think are more useful for assessing the health of ETH on chain outside of just base, because I think when that happens, that's when speculation around the space is going to get really crazy again.
I just find it really sad that we have a token like Uni with an actual product that is making revenue, and it's going to share it with token holders, and yet nobody's interested in the token, while everyone is interested in some Nicolas Cage token.
It's real. Nobody wants utility right now.
No, it's
one
also
promises something, one doesn't.
Well, the Uniswap market cap is literally like 13 billion FDV. So I think that, and I think it's about 10 or 11 diluted right now, or yeah, already diluted. So it's an expensive coin, is what I would say about Uniswap. Like, I think people
but it's one of very, very little ones that is making revenue. It's like an actual product in crypto, right? Like most of it is just garbage, like pure garbage, just promises. But Uniswap actually makes revenue, a lot of it, and is going to share with token holders. Like, if this would be a stock, it would be flying like Nvidia. But it's not, and I think this is what's really fucked up within crypto right now.
Let me ask you a question though, Jackus. A road that leads to nowhere, is it really providing value?
A world that leads to nowhere.
A road.
Oh, a road. Oh, it is to someone, I suppose.
So I would say,
because for example, you can use the road and do driving tests there. It leads to nowhere, but you can still do driving tests, so it does provide a value.
Okay, so we could say in some aspects that's what Uniswap does, right? It provides driving tests, but there's really nothing in crypto that Uniswap is allowing you access to that really has real world use case or life-changing scenarios. And so, and I hate to be the person to say that, because I know everything in the space says they're promising utility, says they have utility, but I would beg to differ. I would beg to differ on half of these talking about they have utility. I think they're full of shit. And
most of the utility, there's no product market fit. Like, there's nobody asking for a lot of the utility that people are providing. But I think I do agree with Jackus's point to some degree. Like, I do hate the founders of Uniswap, like, with a passion, but they have a great product, and realistically, if you've been on chain in crypto, there's about a 95 to 99% chance that you've used Uniswap at some point. And if they do, because they ended up denying the proposal for the fee accrual, so token holders aren't getting that at the moment. But if that changes, and you see, I think the regulatory framework around like how the United States approaches DeFi change, then that's the type of coin where if you're an institutional investor coming into crypto, like what do you want to buy? And there was a coin last year that fit that mold to a T. It was Maker DAO. Nobody would have ever thought they would have bid Maker again, and then they did. And all they needed to do was just basically tokenize exposure to U.S. Treasuries.
and Tommy, they will again. That's
Yeah.
the point. Like it's a rinse and repeat that never ends. Like it's just how much can you make on these coins? That's the question. I would say this though too, Jack. It's like I think Uniswap's an investable vehicle if you get in at the bottom of the market, right? Because you're getting maximum value at that point. But like if you're getting in the middle or the top of the market, that value goes significantly down by the sell-off of Uni. The minting of these tokens is just that it's the extra reach of VC scam type bullshit, where it's like we can infinitely mint you to zero, and that's always been the issue. And we'll always make money because we can just keep minting more if we need to make more money. And while you, on the other end, as an investor, you get no hedge on our mintability. So in a bear market, you are getting obliterated on something like Uniswap. I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on that.
Crypto utility loves to be reflexive in that, the same things that usually pump price and Ponzify it a little bit are also the same things that usually bring it down just as hard. Feature, not a bug. Feature, not a bug. It's all about timing. It's always all about timing. VCs
got their money in 2021. I think a lot of people are not willing to give them their money again. Right? And that's what I think this is mostly about. I think it's mostly about sending a message like, look, if you think you're going to take 70% of the supply and be a greedy MFer, we're just simply not going to provide any liquidity to your project.
Well, I also think too, like to play on that, Will, like most of the native capital in crypto right now have been around long enough to know, or at least be aware of like what a high FDV can do to price, whether that was because they stuck around from 2021 or, they're new cycle participants who have already seen, some of these high FDV tokens draw down like 80 to 90%. Like the veil of sophistication just because they have a quote unquote fundamental utility is gone to current participants. So yes. I think most crypto natives right now are still in the camp of, I'm going to chase the highest possible return that I can find. Like, yes, fundamental utility is nice if I feel like it aligns with the return angle, but it's the opportunity thing. I think like if you've been in the space long enough, I would say most long-term investors in crypto are here to continue to extract value, and they see the best opportunity to extract value from multiples and coins that do not have super high FDV. But I'm pretty positive at some point when new money does come back into the space that people will buy those coins again. And it's a cyclical process. And we talk about it all the time, guys. Like price moves and it follows. That's how it's probably going to go.
My take on it is that crypto digital asset, right, will produce a utility, actual one that people will be looking to invest into. But right now, it's, as you said, people are just looking to make quick returns. And it does work because like retail understood that VCs are dumping on them on centralized exchanges mostly. And they went on DEX screener. And they are buying, because they know it's still PvP. They know that they are just, looking to buy something so that they can dump it with someone else. But everyone is okay with it because they know it's just other people, right? It's not VCs who get pre-sales. And that's a key thing. So that's where the market is right now. But I think that this will stop essentially because you only have as much money and people that can buy those bags. And then it will rotate again to something that actually produces that utility. And it's not like a month's change, obviously. That could be longer.
Yeah, I think that's a multi-year shift within the space, like back to utility, and it's probably going to take a cycle where meme coins drastically outperform. I say utility tokens, but I think that's it's almost unfair to classify a lot of some of these VC coins in with something like a Uniswap or something like an Ape that have been around for a lot longer. And, you know, we criticize retail for chasing fast money, but that's exactly what these VC tokens are. They're fast money into the hands of the pockets of the people who invest in private rounds that not everybody has access to. So I think from that angle, like, I don't like grouping things like an Ondo or a Matic, for example. Those were very, very vague generalizations, right? But I don't like grouping them in the same camp as something like a Uniswap or even a MakerDAO.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I like Maker more than those new shiny objects. This is Jupe though. I like Jupe. Somebody asked about Jupe. I think it looks good.
Coin everybody forgot about.
Dude, I know. Like,
yeah, Jupe is it's gonna do well. Like, it's the only swap that pretty much works.
it's the I mean, dude, Radium is garbage, dude. Unbelievable.
They fixed some things. I'm not gonna dog them like normal, but they did fix some things. But it's still not good at all. Like, Jupe is way better.
Study Boomer though. Okay, study Boomer.
I saw you putting this up on the chart.
Dude,
like,
look at the chart. Look at the chart, bro. It looks like Whiff. High key. It looks like Whiff.
Bro, I got some of that airdrop. It's always the airdrop tokens. Everybody always pays attention to those.
Well, dude, they airdropped you like literally 10 cents or whatever.
That's what I'm saying. But they do that for wallet allocation to try and show that they have a high holder count.
I know, but apparently it's a CTO. I guess the dev cheated right here. So, I mean, dude, I like this. Looks good, man. I like that.
I will say this because I think it's important. Is that, you know, some of these projects, they claim to be CTO, but in reality, they're not.
That's true.
Like, they'll launch the project, fake rug it, and then still have shit tons of wallets in it and say they're CTO.
Well, this one is, and it looks fantastic. So get on board now.
No, I'm not buying.
It does look pretty good. There are a lot of coins that kind of look like that, man.
Yeah, there are
a lot of coins. I have to imagine they're going to break higher.
Dude, all these base coins are going higher, man. I literally have no doubt.
Dude, I looked across the board. Like, I have a solid list of base coins. Every one of them were blowing up last night.
Yeah,
like all of them.
That's what I'm saying.
It's been pretty interesting here over the last, like, I feel like the on-chain market has kind of been telegraphing where the entire market's going. Like, you had Bitcoin. Like, yes, Bitcoin was carving out multiple higher lows over the last few weeks, but at the same time, you had on-chain markets start to really outperform and even trade back up to their range highs. So I felt like that was kind of a signal in itself for risk in the market. Even
you
if
want to address that one, Tommy?
I'm looking to join the BB plan that has a Telegram and eventually a terminal. Do existing members share their portfolios and discuss allocations? I mean, some members do. You know, you're not to do so. Definitely not obligated. But if that's something that would make you feel more comfortable, maybe in your own holdings, then you're welcome to do that. But yeah, we're not going to like necessarily advise you on specific allocations of your portfolio because that's not something that we do. But we will share, of course, you know, the plays that we're in and you know, maybe how much conviction we have, and our community members as well will do the same. So that's what I would have to say about that.
Tommy, tell them about what we did this morning with the Academy.
Oh gosh,
just throw it out there. Just throw it out.
Man, you guys have probably thought I was bluffing about raising the price of BB Academy, but I was not. And after the show yesterday, I was like, we are raising the price of the Academy. I'm not coming up there and saying that we haven't raised it yet. And we did. The new price of the BB Academy, guys, is $4.99. We did raise it substantially. We did exactly what we said. We gave you the opportunity to get in cheap. Now the bull market is here. Prices are about to appreciate, and thus so did the BB Academy. But
so
it is now
telling me you didn't trick me?
priced is the better way to frame it. What'd you say, Will?
So you tell me you didn't come in and trick me and then raise the price on me?
No, absolutely. I've been telegraphing this change in price for probably 3 or 4 weeks now, guys. So you've had
I feel attacked.
Plenty of time to jump on board. Plenty of time. But congratulations to those who bought the discount. your the value of your asset has now appreciated by
Yeah, you just hit a
like
2.5x overnight.
70%.
Yeah.
Well, if I identify as the BB disco, does that work on the behalf of BB?
No.
Absolutely not.
Damn, bro.
He said I identify as BB Discord.
Damn, God, dude. How is this going up, Tommy? I need.
There are a lot of VCs in it, man. That's why.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
going.
aware, but like,
They're just gonna keep dumping on it.
why?
Tucker, you've seen the Toy Story meme, right? I don't want to play with you anymore.
Yeah, I mean, but this VC scam is the only one that's gone vertical the whole time it's been active.
Yeah,
Well,
because it's
dude,
not dumping
dude.
on everybody as hard.
Nuked.
I would be willing to bet actually that you have more supportive market making and VCs in Ondo versus the
Yep.
modularity coins. Like
Well,
there's almost every other day.
You were telling me
have, like-
about the emissions, and I was like, how is this thing going up?
Well, that's why, because they need it to go up. It's going to be low float, obviously, until those emissions go up. So somewhat easy for them to pump the price. But it's because there are going to be so many emissions that price is going up. But the modularity coins already had their pumps. You know, they're still kind of distributing, whereas this is a newer coin.
Yeah,
and I don't
like
think
it's
any
so
of the modularity
fucked, dude.
VCs are very
Tucker,
supportive of price.
study
Fucked.
Tucker, study VC conviction. Ondo has it. Okay.
No, I know. I'm just saying, of the VC new shiny object coins, it is literally the only one that's gone up. All the other ones have gotten destroyed.
VCs are dedicated to pushing this thing much higher and then rugging you at a much higher value.
I'm in a Telegram channel that will, like, whales will post essentially like anonymously their OTC, like they're trying to sell stuff over the counter. And almost every other day, somebody is trying to OTC sell a ton of Say, like all the time, man, all the time. They're trying to get out of Say. And I don't even think Say looks that bad. Like, it looks like SDX before it pumped, but
But they
like,
see something coming.
the
That's
VCs
why.
just want to dump on you, man, relentlessly. Because that, I mean, they probably got into Say it like what, maybe a few cents, probably lower than that, honestly. So it's not really about like, oh, the token's down 50% from the highs. They don't care. They're still up thousands of X's.
Yeah, they're probably in from like 10 cents.
Yeah.
I should have shoved it, man. Right here. 14.
I still think the chart looks I still think the chart looks amazing. I remember everyone shilling this to me at 80 cents to $1, and I said, drop is coming. Everyone attacked me. Like, are you mad? It's never happening. What are you talking about? Now the drop came. Everyone is like, it's a VC scam, never going up. I think it just retested the listing wick, and it's going to do multiples from
The
here.
listing wick.
The listing wick. Study retest of the listing wick. Well, that's the real alpha.
Study zero progress made. Study that.
That looks like the AVAX chart from,
Study this.
I mean, I'm sure you could point to a few times the AVAX chart has looked like that, but
VC scam enjoyers need to study.
VC scams are probably going to pump somewhat soon.
VC scams versus memes index.
I wonder if we see most memes not. I mean, maybe they don't outperform VC scams for the next few weeks, but I do think Pepe is going to outperform basically everything over the next few weeks. But I could see memes waiting until maybe like August or September.
I mean, Pepe gave its pullback, man. Like that was 25%, right? Like not a small pullback. Also, this thing is getting pinched hard.
Pepe is just chopping, man.
Look,
Chop.
I'm not gonna say what my positions are, but my Rivian calls and my GME calls are killing it.
GME, what is it at? Oh, it's almost back at 30. Nice.
Yes. And I actually got back in there, but I'm going to continue to hold those. And I can tell you, I'm looking at a couple of ETH plays right now, and I think they're going to blow.
Hold up. We got to do ton.
Hold on. Before we go any further, what does the like button look like?
I don't know. Tommy.
We can do ton because it's a super chat, but what does the like button look like? That's the question.
Tommy. Yeah, I'll check it.
Tommy fell.
Sorry, bros. I was getting my stimmy.
It's at 220.
What am I looking at?
220.
How many people are viewing?
375.
Well,
that's a 2/3
StreamYard
ratio.
said-
No, it's
Wait,
not. No, it's not.
Let me check.
What are we shooting for? Like 60-70% like, or like what do we
At
think?
least, bro. Like I don't know how
We're at
it's so hard.
224 likes right now and 375 watching on YouTube.
I know a good portion of you are watching on phones. That means you just got to use your thumb. I understand it's a little bit harder to move your mouse,
No,
but you
it's
know,
a lot to ask, but
it's a lot to ask. But do you guys mind hitting the like button?
I love this comment from Tyler. You guys think Max is watching and didn't smash the like button?
Bro.
no, Max was definitely the first like on the stream for sure.
Can we look up baby wipes real quick? I think we need to move the baby wipes.
What?
Baby wipes. Just pull up something obscene.
Max is smashing from different accounts, guys. Max is like, he has created 10 accounts and he's convincing his friends each show to smash the like button. If he tells you to smash the like button, you can be sure that he's smashing from everyone.
Wonder what would happen if you overlaid BNB on that chart.
I think
That
it looks
top
good.
validation.
I think you're trying to flip this right now.
It's
For
doing
sure.
the third tap, Tucker. I wouldn't be long in it here.
Yeah, no, you're right. It needs one more. Yeah. All right. Whoever wanted ton, you're gonna need one more. Okay. You're gonna need one more. I'll die on that hill. You're gonna need one more. All right.
If you already have a bag and it sends, like,
Yeah.
you're going anyway.
This wouldn't be like let me sell it to buy it back here, you know, like it would be like, all right, like let me add and send it.
This is a really interesting coin to me, though, because the market cap is so damn high on it, but it's probably the best bet on a SocialFi token.
Yeah.
I know people want to say friend, but you might be stuck with the high FDV VC shitter for SocialFi.
I mean, dude, how many people in crypto use Telegram? Literally
Oh
everyone.
my God.
Everyone.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Telegram is, this Discord is so much superior to Telegram.
I agree.
Oh, for sure.
The only thing I wish Discord had more of were the sticker packs that Telegram has, man. Those can get so out of
So
pocket.
here's the thing, and why people like Telegram over Discord. I get it. It's the reason that they like it over Discord is because it has less distractions, less channels, less overall bullshit. Like it's just straight to the point. It's one raw channel. Everybody puts their shit in there. They pin it, and then you just go through the pins. There's no searching through the Discord.
Pin it on Discord, too.
Yeah, but dude, like with
but it's pinned to the channel specifically.
the like slash commands and like the bots that are in there, it's just like it's just, I'm like, dude, I'm not like I don't sit there and read that.
I mean, we say that, but like the reality is like think about how many more users there are on Telegram than there are on Discord.
I don't
Are there
know.
that many more?
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, it is. That's why I don't get it, because Discord is so much superior, like in every way. Like if I am in one Telegram group, I get headaches because you cannot like it's such a mess. But I don't know.
Discord to me is better for communities, and Telegram I think is better for chats. I think I would say for like chats, you probably don't need a Discord for like 10 or 15 people. Telegram's kind
Yeah.
of perfect for that
Yeah.
size.
But
people.
think if you get 100 plus members in a Telegram
You
group.
need a Discord, and in a Telegram, it's a nightmare to have that many people. In there.
Wait,
Exactly.
would you guys buy if Discord dropped a token? Would you shove?
Am I not
If
getting
Discord
airdropped?
drop-
No,
If I'm not getting airdropped any Discord tokens after years of
Absolutely
usage, I'm
not.
not buying that. No way.
I mean,
They're not ripping me off.
what is this?
Oh, that's a meme coin on Sol, I think. Oh my,
Yeah, I mean, it looks
that
good.
looks good, man.
It does. It
I feel
does.
like you could just draw a trend line on the bottom or an arc, and then, when does it break the
I feel
horizontal?
like this. I like this. And
That's
then,
good.
yeah,
It
obviously
looks
you
like
are.
Honky.
You are
Everyone
like,
is everyone is waking up to the head and shoulders bullish pattern in a bull market.
It's alpha.
I
It's
love-
losing its alpha jackets.
yeah, higher highs soon, probably. Nice little flip.
Ansem would say it's a right shoulder.
Anson would say
But
more
both
range.
those whiff at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that. That looks good. I like that. Wonder what the market cap is, though. Discord feels like World War.
We got a request for Bitcoin Cash, and usually I'd laugh at that request, but charts actually looked pretty good the last few months.
Few months? I mean, since the bottom,
Yeah.
Bitcoin Cash outperformed Bitcoin. Think about
I
it.
haven't looked at it in a minute, but I'm sure it looks good.
No,
What, BCH?
I just checked, and since June 2022, Bitcoin Cash has outperformed Bitcoin.
Oh my God. I can tell you exactly where Bitcoin Cash is. That's Bitcoin Cash is where Sol was when it was ranging between like 50 and $70.
I mean, would you buy this chart? Like, I wouldn't.
I mean,
BCH, BTC.
I think Will might.
Will might, but I would not.
Man, I don't know. It doesn't have any formation.
No, it
A little
looks.
bit. It's still falling. It looks like fucking lucid.
Yeah, you could just keep
That-
doing it.
That rejection earlier in the year from the high
Yeah.
set in like 2023 isn't a great look, but
Yeah. BCH, BTC.
I wouldn't buy it, but if I'm being like transparent, it looks like it just broken a downtrend and it's going to shoot up. But on the BTC pair, like the USD pair is looking amazing, but I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah. Remember this? These candles? I remember that. That was crazy.
Yeah.
there were rumors that Suzu was market making BCH back then.
I remember in 2021, one of my buddies bought this thing at $1,500.
Oh God,
It's over.
Bro, he's never getting out.
Came back to
he's never getting out. I think he might get out. Will he might get out?
I don't know, bro.
It's gonna be a minute though.
You know how many people there are like him who bought here and here and here.
Bro, I would just take
as soon
the
as they get to break even, they're selling.
Well, that was always the funniest thing about when people were like, "Oh yeah, just hold good bags and DCA," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"You are DCAing the beginning of a downtrend, my brother."
Yeah.
I would simply take the L on that one.
Let's look at some of these old Dino coins actually though, because XRP looked good yesterday, and I've been theorizing for a while that you could see Dino coins see a resurgence at some point this cycle, like to the point where they could make all-time highs, not the echo bubble type patterns that they painted in 2021. What does Ethereum Classic look like?
That's one I haven't looked at in a while. That's one I'd be interested in looking at.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's where you want to get in.
When did we chart this?
That actually looks pretty juicy on a week.
Damn, who could have foreseen?
It does.
Wow. Dude, I couldn't tell you the last time that we charted this thing.
I think ENS is
Oh,
looking even
man.
better though.
Dude,
ENS?
this thing actually might be about
Yeah.
to go.
Can we have a look at ENS?
Hold on. Do you see this? Do you see? This is literally.
Is it the same?
Yeah.
Not to me, because
Yeah.
on the right side it did not make a new high. On the left side it did. But I think
you
it's
comparing
gonna
it to
run
that?
regardless. Yeah, but it's gonna run regardless though.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. I don't know. That looks good though. Just
This will
Yeah, it
run
does.
when ETH begins a parabolic ascent.
Oh my god.
there you go.
I'm not kidding you. I was buying Ethereum Classic in wait, what was it? Wait, I have to look.
All right,
It
hold
was
up. They really do want a soybean update. So
I was buying it in 2017 and 18. Well, and I did some nice multiples on it, I'm not gonna lie. But then it was over, and I never bought it since. Well, I did actually. Sorry.
It was a great trade in 2021.
Yeah.
I didn't make any money on it, but I think both you and Will did. So there's those Dino coins, they pump hard when they go.
Yeah, you can't discount them.
All right. Hit the like button, guys. Who wants to tell them?
Smash the
No,
like button.
they should know by now. And if not, then the comment section should remind them.
Yeah.
We're at 260 likes, guys. It's not like
We
they're
need
doing
more,
bad.
Tommy. We need more.
More. Did Star Wars meme? More.
Remember that greedy Jack is for his likes.
And I mean, it started the pump, Tucker. It started the pump.
I know.
Oh man, my order flow quant is getting pretty bullish, man.
Bullish?
I have an
What?
order flow quant. Yes.
I have an
And what?
order flow quant as well, and he's bearish.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, are we okay? They're thinking of the same person. The person I'm talking about is like best friends with that guy. But
Is your order flow quant like, was he like beat
he's
up
the Scottish,
or maybe hit
he's
by a
the Scottish
car?
PCR.
I'm talking about Hagrid's. I assume he's got like a metal. Has he got like a metal plate in his head? Like
He's a good trader. He's a good
He's
trader.
a
I'll
fantastic
defend him,
trader.
But
Yeah.
I think he's wrong in this instance.
Same.
I mean, if he's a good trader, he wouldn't be a bear.
Yeah, I mean, look at the chart.
Let's
What are we talking about?
I love this comment from Robert. Will has not attacked the chat in a while, so I will his life.
was like, just for that. Just for that.
Hang on.
Wait, can we look at
if you have to ask,
Yeah, you keep saying that, but you've been awake the whole day.
it is not.
I think Bonk is gonna be the ship
Oh,
of
for
this
business?
cycle.
Okay, all right, I'll chill. Calm down.
Well,
What is going on there?
Can we look at ENS?
oh
Yeah, can we look at an ENS?
My
That is a
God.
man.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, I think this is heading to 3 digits.
What? That's what you got from that? From zooming out?
Yeah.
I think so. But I would never the thing that's frustrating to me about ENSs is it's like they all there's so many squatters of ENSs and they're like, oh, I'll sell you your ENS for multiple ETH. And I'm like, no, you don't have anybody else that's going to buy this from you but me. I'm not paying you that much. But yeah, there are a lot of
dude, I have some that I would never sell, Tommy. I would never sell.
Well, if I had Snorlax.eth, I wouldn't sell that ENS. But like somebody in here mentioned that I should buy that, And there's like a few guys who squatted all the Pokemon ENSs and they sell them for like 4 or 5 ETH a pop. And I don't think I've ever seen them sell one, but they're still pricing them as that. I'm like, I'm not meeting you at your ask. There's absolutely zero chance. I don't even want a label on my wallet anyway.
Yeah.
Tucker knows I have the most ridiculous ENS name.
Don't
ever.
tell him, Tommy. Don't.
It's so damn funny.
Yeah.
It is so funny and so ridiculous. I'll tell Jackus and Will after the show, but you guys will absolutely never be able to guess it because it's based on a Telegram sticker pack.
Guys, I'm actually having so much fun, but I gotta run and cheat the stream. I appreciate everyone who liked the stream, but I cannot cook alpha today. But if you guys keep the spirit for maybe tomorrow or so, then we can cook. But yeah, guys, gotta G the stream.
Oh yeah,
See ya.
It's time anyways. It's time. We gotta.
we went for an hour 45 yesterday, so I think we're totally fine wrapping it up in an hour and 10 minutes today, guys. So I will go ahead and do the usual rundown.
I apologize, guys. I just rugged the stream.
No. We were trying to wrap. Tucker and I have a call that we have to hop on in.
Yeah.
Like half an hour. Anyway,
we were gonna end at 11:15 anyway, so you're good.
All right.
No, it worked out well, guys. But we hope you enjoyed the show as always. A happy Wednesday to all. A quick rundown of some of the products that we do offer here at BB, guys. A reminder that we did just launch BB Wealth Management, BBWM for short. And as a general overview, guys, we are a long-short hedge fund run by the BB team. It involves trading and investing in digital assets. Of course, we utilize our experience in markets, especially crypto, but that should go without saying, to navigate in a way that takes into account both the market's historic propensity for upside, as well as the investment risk posed in any market. So if becoming an LP or an accredited investor in that fund is something that might interest you, we have a link in the description below. And we're excited to be doing the fund, guys. I mean, it's like I've been telling you, it was literally a year and a half or more in the making to get this thing up and running. So beyond excited to have it running officially now, and beyond excited to potentially offer you guys a way to, bet on us and bet on the fund as well. So, yeah, moving on to BB Academy, guys. I did say the price raised. I've been saying the price was going to raise, and it did. It is now $4.99 a pop. Fairly priced is how it should be framed now. But the discount is gone. We are no longer in discounted prices for crypto either, and I think you're going to see things appreciate here pretty rapidly over the next few months. So with that said, the BB Academy has been repriced to reflect that. But more importantly, if it's a product that interests you, and I'm sure everybody who already has it in their possession can attest, you can learn some very valuable insights from every single team member. And of course, our individual niches, the way that we approach the market. Because, I mean, look, like we have a lot of people on the team and we all approach the market very differently. And I think that's pretty cool and also very useful from an educational standpoint. But that is the BB Academy news for you guys today. As far as our programming goes, if you enjoyed Market Check, you already know we'll be back for another episode tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We talk charts, trading, technicals, or really whatever comes to the mind sometimes. I mean, today we kind of we opened the show talking about hyper gambling, and then we ended the show talking about things like Dino coins and all of the alike. But either way, we hope you guys enjoyed the content as always, because we definitely enjoy making it. Not to forget Market Talk, Twitter space hosted by the legendary King Wabi. He always does such a great job hosting that show. That is over on our Twitter, like I said. Timing may vary a little bit, so make sure to stay followed and subscribe to our Twitter account so you can be notified, not just when we go live, but also when we schedule those spaces ahead of time so you can be notified in advance. But that concludes all my yapping for today, guys. Like I said, we hope that you enjoyed the content, enjoyed the show. Y'all have a great rest of your Wednesday. We'll be back again tomorrow. Stay safe.